Welcome to Venezuela Insider, the only place in Venezuela for expats, digital nomads, entrepreneurs, investors, travelers, and related internationals. For more information, venezuelainsider.com. Today we are reviewing 50 landmarks of the city of Caracas, and of course, Caracas being a very big city, the capital and the most important city in Venezuela, has many landmarks, special places, historical places, you name it. However, we are going to review only 50. There is probably hundreds and hundreds of many more landmarks of the city. And the next time you visit the capital of Venezuela, you might find one of your own. So today, on no particular order, we are going to review 50 landmarks of the city of Caracas. So let's start. And we have the Panteón Nacional or National Pantheon. It was started building at 1744 and was finished on 1780. Although it was demolished by the 1812 earthquake in Caracas, then was rebuilt between 1874 and 1875. It's notorious that the physical rest of the most important historical figure in Venezuela, Simón Bolívar, are on this very important landmark of the city and country overall. Number 2, we have Torres del Silencio or El Silencio Tower. It's actually known as the Complejo Simón Bolívar, and it was started building by 1950 and finished by 1954. It was built with the purpose of making Caracas one of the most modern cities in the world back on the day. Number 3 is Plaza Caracas or Caracas Square. It was built on 1983. It has 12,000 square meters, although this particular square was a little bit deteriorated due to the lack of maintenance, although on 2008 suffered a restoration project and it's set as we know it today. And very close to number 3 is number 4, Plaza Miranda or Miranda Square. It was built on 1945 and it was named by one of the founding fathers of Venezuela, Francisco de Miranda. It also is being remodeled on the year 2006. Number 5, we have Plaza Diego Ibarra. It was built on 1954. It has 18,000 square meters of area. It's on the Bolivar Avenue and also was restored on 2011. Number 6, we have Plaza O'Leary or O'Leary Square. It was named by an Irish citizen that was very good friends with Simón Bolívar. It has a Y-shaped area due to the closest streets of Bolívar, Sucre, and San Martín. It was built on 1945 and also restored on 2006. Number 7, we have Simón Bolívar Birdhouse. As you might know, Simón Bolívar is the most important historic figure on Venezuela. He was born on 1783 on this beautiful colonial home on the center of Caracas. And since 1912, it's been donated to the state of Venezuela and right now is a museum. Number 8, we have Palacio de Miraflores. It was built on 1884 and at 1900 it was started its use as the presidential palace on the administration of Cipriano Castro.
Number 9, we have La Casona. It was built during 1964, and between 1966 and 2012 served as the presidential palace, mostly residential, to many Venezuelan presidents. Today it's used as a museum and also caters for government events. Number 10, we have the Palacio Federal Legislativo, that is actually the Congress. It was started building at 1872 and finished by 1877. It has a neoclassic architecture, and as I mentioned before, right now is the House of Congress in Venezuela. Number 11, we have Palacio Municipal de Caracas. It was built on 1578, and in 1906 it had a renovation. It works as the main site of the mayor's office on the Caracas Capital District. Number 12, we have the UCB main campus. It has 1.64 square kilometers of area. On the year 2000 was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it been constructed between 1940 and 1954. Number 13, we have Torres de Parque Central. The construction started on 1970 and finished by 1983. Each tower has 420 meters of height, and during 2 decades was the highest construction on Latin America. Number 14, we have La Cuadra Bolívar, that it was an old colonial house that belonged to Simón Bolívar, and since 1963 it's a museum pretty much. Number 15, we have El Teleférico de Caracas, or Caracas Cable Car, and it connects the station of Mari Pérez to the summit of El Ávila, the most important landmark on the city of Caracas. More on that later, and is actually a symbol not only of the city of Caracas but also Venezuela overall. Number 16, we have Paseo Los Próceres. It was built on 1956. It's a monument of the founding fathers of Venezuela. Number 17, we have Hacienda La Trinidad, or La Trinidad State. It's a cultural center on La Trinidad. It has 15,000 square meters, and it exists since 1740. And number 18, we have another estate, Hacienda La Vega. It does exist since 1590. It was originally a sugarcane plantation and is being restored on the year 1997. Number 19, we have La Casa Amarilla. It has a neoclassic architecture. It was built between the years 1842 and 1874, and since 1912 is actually the main site of the Ministerio de Relaciones Exteriores, or Foreign Relationships Ministry. Number 20, we have Casa del Vínculo y del Retorno. It was actually Simón Bolívar's cousin house. Also, during a brief period of time, it serves as the governmental residency and main government site. Right now, it is used as a museum on the heart of Caracas. Number 21, we have the Teatro Municipal de Caracas Alfredo Sadel, or the Caracas Municipal Theater. It exists since 1881. It has a neoclassic architecture and it was used mostly for opera and ballet. Number 22, we have another theater, the Teatro Nacional de Caracas. It exists since 1905 and it has a French eclectic architecture. Number 23, we have Palacio de las Academias. It's actually one of the oldest buildings in Caracas since 1577. It's been used not only as a church, a temple, but also one of the faculties of the Universidad Central de Venezuela. Number 24, we have Cuartel San Carlos or the San Carlos Quarters. It is a military edification that exists since 1787. Number 25, we have Quinta Anauco or Anauco Ranch. It was the former residency of the Marqués de Toro. It does exist since the 17th century and right now is a colonial museum. Number 26, we have very close the Anauco Arriba house. It's the oldest colonial house in Caracas from the year of the 17th century. Number 27, we have Correo de Carmelitas. It is a colonial building that actually was used as a post office, the main office of the post office system. It has a beautiful gold facade. Number 28, we have Centro de Arte Los Galpones or Los Galpones Art Center. It is a museum of contemporary art in Caracas. Number 29, we have La Plaza Francia de Altamira or the France Square. Without a question, one of the most important landmarks, not only in Caracas but also on the country. It was built on the 1940s. It is very famous for its big obelisk and actually was built and named France Square because it was an exchange between the France government that actually built a Venezuelan square on Paris. Number 30, we have Plaza Bolívar or Bolívar Square. There's actually a cliché in Venezuela that every city has a Bolívar Square in the country, although the most important is without a question the one in Caracas. When the birth of Caracas close to 1578, the city of Caracas only had 25 blocks, and just on the dead center of the city you can locate La Plaza Bolívar or Bolívar Square. The Bolívar statue that is the main landmark on the square, it was put together on 1874. Number 31, we have La Iglesia Santa Teresa or Santa Teresa's Church. It was built between 1877 and 1881. It has a beautiful neoclassic building facade. Number 32, we have the Metropolitan Cathedral of Caracas, also known as the Santa Ana Church. It was built between 1665 and 1674. It has a Baroque architecture. Number 33, we have Poliedro de Caracas that was built on 1974. It also was remodeled on 2013 and it will be the equivalent of the Madison Square Garden on New York. It's very popular to host sports events, concerts, and actually the Miss Venezuela pageant. Number 34, we have San Francisco's Church. It was built on 1593. Is next to the Palacio de las Academias, and it has a beautiful Baroque architecture. Number 35, we have Nuestra Señora de la Candelaria Church. It was built on 1708, and it holds the physical rest of Jose Gregorio Hernandez, that was declared a saint by the Vatican. This beautiful church has a neoclassic architecture. Number 36, we have Plaza Venezuela, or Venezuela Square. It was built during the 1940s and is one of the landmarks of the city. Of course, but it's actually on the heart of Caracas. There's no way that you visit Caracas without seeing Plaza Venezuela, and is surrounded by many important buildings, and of course the landmark of this landmark is its beautiful fountain. Number 37, we have Parque El Calvario, also known as Ezequiel Zamora Square. It was built on 1883. It is inspired on French architecture, and in 1895 it was at the Arco de la Federación, or Federation's Arc, similar that the Arc of Triumph that you find on Champs-Élysées in France. Number 38, we have Sabana Grande Boulevard. It does exist since 1743, although as we know it is between 1950 and 1960, although it's been deteriorated on the last part of the 20th century. It in some shape or form has its charm. Number 39, we have St. Peter's Church. It's located on Los Chaguaramos, and actually is a replica of the same name's church that you find on Vatican City. It was built on 1952. Number 40, we have Cubo Negro de Chuao, that actually the real name is Centro Banavén, but everyone knows it as the Cubo Negro or the Black Cube. It was built on 1976 and is a modern office building. Number 41, we have Sagrado Corazón de Jesús Church. It was built on 1903. It has a neo-Gothic architecture and has suffered many renovations since its construction. Number 42, we have the Caracas Mosque, Ibrahim al-Ibrahim. It was built on 1993 and has an Ottoman architecture, and is one of the biggest in Latin America with 5,000 square meters. Number 43, we have another church. It is La Basílica Menor Santa Capilla. It was built on 1883, also was destroyed during the 1967 earthquake on Caracas, and since its renovation has a beautiful Gothic architecture. Number 44, we have the Orthodox Romanian St. Constantine and St. Helen Church. It's a beautiful Romanian Orthodox church that actually only 15 of such places exist on the world, and the main one in Caracas is only one of two that only exists outside of Romania. It was built on 1999 and has a neo-Gothic Byzantine architecture. Number 45, we have Teatro Principal de Caracas, or Caracas Main Theater. It was built on 1931 and has been renovated a couple times, the last time on 2011. It has a beautiful 1930s look. Number 46, we have the Synagogue Tiferet Israel. It was built between 1956 and 1963. It's the main Jewish site in the whole country. Number 47, we have Teatro Teresa Carreño or Teresa Carreño Theater. It was built on 1983 and is probably the most important cultural landmark and cultural site in the country. Number 48, we have Museo de Bellas Artes or Bellas Artes Museum. It was built on 1917. It has a beautiful neoclassic architecture and is the most important museum in Venezuela. Number 49, we have Hotel Tamanaco, and it was inaugurated on 1953 and hence has a beautiful 50s style architecture. It's a 5-star hotel on the east side of Caracas, and it was built by the administration on 1950s in order to boost the tourism in Venezuela. Number 50, we have La Esfera de Caracas or Caracas Sphere. It's a sculpture built on 1996. It is a cinematic art piece. Sadly, it was vandalized a couple of times, however, it's been restored to its previous glory. And we cannot say goodbye without mentioning number 51, Cerro El Ávila or El Ávila Hill. It is a mountain of 2,144 meters above sea level. It has a cable car or teleférico, as we know. It has the El Ávila National Park. It's a beautiful place and probably the most important landmark not only in Caracas but Venezuela overall. And we are also going to mention number 52, Hotel Humboldt or Humboldt Hotel. It is on the summit of Cerro El Ávila. It was built on the year 1956. It has a beautiful 1950 themed architecture, and actually it has a pretty interesting and controversial history that deserves a video of its own. Thank you again for joining me on this quick trip to the landmarks of Caracas.
Thank you for watching Venezuela Insider. Please like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on social media. If you want to work with us, venezuelainsider.com. Thanks again and have a nice day.